Well, hello and welcome. This is hashtag where we get to tell you what's trending online, especially on X. My name is Vivian Oguche, and it's a pleasure to have you join us today. So I'm flying solo today. Yeah, my co-anchor unfortunately couldn't join me. Ikechukwu, unfortunately he lost a couple of relatives. Our hearts are with you, Ikechukwu. But the thing is, in a short while, I'm going to be joined by a social commentator who's going to help me dissect trending issues online today. You'll be shocked what's trending. In fact, let me give you a sneak peek. Yeah? Remember how last week we had showed you a video of Tom Polo giving thanks to the gods with a small g, like I told you, even though Ikechukwu would disagree. But then again, he was giving thanks, and there was a lot of money being sprayed and all of that, bundles of naira, millions, I can tell you, right? That generated a lot of traction online. We showed you the video, but it's trending again. I'm going to show you the video in case you've not seen it. Why is it trending today? Well, the EFCC chairman has come out to say that they are investigating the matter, but that Nigerians should keep an open mind because, hey, it just might be AI. It might be an AI-generated video. So people are saying, are you kind of defending Tom Polo? How? Why? So there are lots of questions regarding this particular matter. You do remember that when the video came online and was trending, Nigerians began to call on the EFCC to take a look at it because they felt, hey, it shouldn't be selective treatment. Some people shouldn't get the short end of the stick while some go scot-free and all of that. Yeah, so we are going to be going deep into this particular matter. Also, guys, Davido, Cubana, as well as Ubi Franklin paid a visit. Actually, on they visited President Bola Tinubu. They went to Asu Rock, and this has got tongues wagging online. I can tell you that. So we also take a look at that. We also take a look at Wike blaming Makinde for all of the problems bedeviling the People's Democratic Party right now. We also have another story we will be taking a look at. It is the Atiku Obi coalition. Is there something like that for starters? It's a question I'm going to be asking Adeyemi Saka, who is a social commentator, in a short while. Yeah, so all of these we're going to be talking about. Yeah, so hang out with me again. Yeah, let's do this. But first, let's take a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. So if you're game, let's get this show on the road. Like I told you, I'm going to be joined by a social commentator, Adeyemi Saka, who is an absolute gentleman. Adeyemi, I called you on a very short notice and you said yes to me. I mean, thank you for starters. Thank you for saying yes.
Good evening. You didn't tell the whole world I have a magic wand.
Oh, but do I really?
Yeah, you did.
Thank you so much for joining us. And how are you today?
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I
And
know
you?
I'm good. I know you're a very busy man. You were on an interview when I called earlier on, and then here you are again. But I like what you're doing. This is your way of helping the country grow, right? Because you are telling the youth what you think should be the norm, the ideal situation. Talking about ideal situations, though, do you think it is ideal for Davido, Cubana, Aubrey Franklin, as well as a number of other people to pay President Tinubu a visit? Now, why am I asking this question? Why am I asking if it's ideal? Because I don't see anything wrong with it personally. But if you go online right now, youths are lambasting Davido and Cubana from left, right, and center, saying they shouldn't have done it. Some are even calling it a betrayal. How do you see it?
I think so. A lot of people are quite emotive and they're not logical with and in their reasoning when it comes to issues like this. It's a privilege. It's a great honor for the president of your country, even if your country is as tiny as or probably as poor as Burundi. It's a huge privilege when the president accorded you the respect and courtesy to come and pay him a visit. I don't think they've done anything wrong. Anybody reading political meanings or hyperventilating because of political, ideologies or expectations or disappointments is just quite unpatriotic and extremely silly. And
All right.
that's my
Okay, so can I come in here? Let's flip this coin, all right? You don't know the situation in the country right now, how people are crying foul, like there is hunger in the land. That's kind of the saying when you get to the market, when you get to the streets, when you go to homes, people are crying that there is no food. People are saying that there is suffering in the land. People are also saying that farmers can't go to farm because of insecurity, where kidnappers are saying, hey, you guys, you can't farm, and all of that. And then the state of insecurity, talking about the middle belts, talking about Benue, Plateau, and all of that. Would you say that the youths are actually transferring aggression? And would you say that they're actually saying, hey, you guys are betraying us. You are paying the president a visit, and it's like a stamp of approval. Meanwhile, things are not well. Do you think, we are flipping the coin right now. So that we don't call people names, right? Do you think that it is? That's what's happening?
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, hell no. But whether we like it or not, nobody is privy to the conversation or discussion they had. And I have not seen Davido as somebody that loves chasing clouds or be starstruck, overwhelmed by the personality or the influence of Mr. President.
But he looks starstruck. Have you seen the video?
Nah, but funny enough, I haven't.
Let me show you the video. I have it. Let me show it to you. Take a listen, guys. Take a listen to this particular one. I would like for Dayami to take a look at it. Davido actually looked starstruck. Let's see.
How are you? Mr. President. How are you? Nice to meet you, sir. God bless you.
I must. Chief Priest.
Yes, sir. Your Excellency. How are you? How are you? Very well, sir. Good to see you. Chief Priest. Chief Priest. Yes.
One of the biggest influencers.
I see you in the paper. How are you?
They are both your members, sir.
This is an APC member as well. From Cross River, Dad.
I went to 15 states with you during the campaign in 2023.
Very good. Yes, sir. And you succeeded.
Yeah, we succeeded.
You made the presidency.
Yes.
We succeeded again.
Thank you, sir.
We succeeded again.
My friend Babi is in of Abuja as well.
Landlord.
My PA, Falati, has been with me and my family for over 20 years.
I do.
Yes, sir.
Well done.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And this is DK, my creative director, stylist. He's Ghanaian and Nigerian.
Well done. Good to meet you.
And I'm Shay. iPhone 9.
Thank you.
Good. Good. I'm well.
Yes, sir.
I'm hoping. The job is not just easy.
All right. Right. So, Adeyemi, that was it. That was the video. Davido actually looked starstruck. Cubana too looked starstruck. And it looked like Davido actually headed the delegation. He was the one making the introduction and all of that. So it's not even a crime to be starstruck. Yeah, I mean, there are a number of people who, if I meet today, I might be starstruck. So that is not an issue. But what do you think, though? Might be. I think I've spoken with you before, and you came across as a mind reader at DME. So can you hazard a guess as to what they probably might have talked about? Do you think this is President Tinubu trying to rally the youth, to line up behind him come 2027? Because we heard he also called Tunde Ednut not too long ago to wish him a happy birthday. So people are saying the president is actually trying to rally around, the youthful populace to ensure that he makes a comeback in 2027. What are your thoughts, though? What do you think might have been discussed during this visit?
No, there's nothing of importance discussed in that, at that meeting. I can tell you for free.
Really?
It's just, I'm serious. And from the president's responses to all these things, you find out it's obvious. It was just an already packaged PR stunt for the president, because the president was even lacking in depth when it comes to conversation, not Davido. So
wait, how? Are you kidding me? Really?
I'm serious. My own assessment and interpretation, my opinion, and mine, not for the public to accept, but that's how I say it and that's how I analyze it based on what we've seen. But have they done anything? No. There's no. Davido is not a charity organization. It's a business to make money. And if you need me to promote, if you want to engage me as a brand ambassador, either frontally or covertly, it comes at something. So a lot of people antagonizing or attacking Davido will gladly jump at it for peanuts. It's away from the monetary gains and what have you. It shows it could turn you to a billionaire by not corruptly enriching yourself. Because it shows you have assets that you can naturally just take over the job of a lobbyist. So I have not, for me, Davido and his crew has not done anything wrong. Maybe for personal convictions or values, I might not go on such a visit, but that doesn't mean if I run into President Bola Ahmed Tinubu close quarters, I won't pay him his compliments and give him his dues. From 2009. So from 2009, 2010 till 2015, I was a staunch critic of former President Goodluck Jonathan. Okay. But when we met at a wedding 2013, at the wedding at the presidence of General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, I gave him his compliments as the commander-in-chief. I directed him to where he sat because he's the president.
So sentiments aside, that's what you're saying.
Yes, I cannot. As much as I don't like the president, if I see him at a function, I will accord him his respect.
You're saying that's what happened. That's just what happened, really, basically.
So even if not for anything, you cannot see the president and think you want to slap him and start exchanging harsh words with him. You cannot. The aura of the office will even subdue you, no matter how strong you are. And it's a plus for you to be heard. You cannot come and start with your Luther and no go green mentality. You'll be civil and you'll be cordial with your approach and no chances. And that's so people just look away to vent their frustration not on Davido. For crying out, he's a private citizen.
All right, so we are wrapping this up. There are two things you said I want us to take away. You said that it was the president who was lacking in depth when it comes to discussion and not Davido. You said that, right? Can you hear me, Adeyemi?
Yeah, I can hear you, Crystal.
Yeah, so
from
that was
assessment.
That was from your assessment. You also said that it was a hurriedly put together stunt, PR stunt for the president. I wonder why that would be, though. Why do you think there would be a need for a hurriedly put together PR stunt for the president?
Whether we like it or not, Davido has a very strong, huge influence among the youthful population or the youth population of Nigeria, the demography. So, getting them on your side, works. If I can use the street parlance, the 30 BG, you follow 30 billion gangs or whatever will be on your side and what have you. The cult following he has will probably might have one or two things on effect on the figures or numbers when it comes to elections. And Davido's love and loyalty cuts across the 6 states of the Federation and even to Nigerians in diaspora. So that is why. But I know from my training and background as a PR person, I would say that wasn't properly packaged. Because if it was properly packaged, the president will probably be more, even if it's unscripted, will be more real, relatable, realistic when it comes to utterances and nuances and gesticulations and mannerism. It was quite rigid, and it was even his laughter was a labored one. It
Wow.
wasn't genuine. It looked scripted. If you probably want to break it down and look at it, you find that it wasn't in his element. And
Mm.
even if it's scripted or even unscripted, the what makes a PR stunt fantastic is you being in your usual jovial element, and that is what was lacking in President Tinubu that I've been following since he was the governor of Lagos State.
All right. Very well said. That's a safe place for us to land. I'm sure this matter is not going away. We will keep the people posted as events unfold. So let's quickly talk about the next hashtag, which is trending massively online, hashtag EFCC chairman. Now, you do remember that not too long ago, Tom Polo had given thanks to the gods with a small g, millions of naira and all of that. So he sprayed a lot of money. Why don't I refresh your memory a little bit? I'll show you a video, really. But before the video, let's take a look at the tweet that is going to explain a little bit of what's happening in this particular video, because Tom Polo is giving thanks. And then the next video you're going to be seeing is the EFCC chairman who is saying that this video might be AI generated. So Nigerians shouldn't crucify Tom Polo yet, that the EFCC is carrying out a forensic investigation, and that Nigerians should just please be still and give them time, and they will come up with a result very, very soon. So just to refresh your memory, and for those who haven't seen this video first, let's take a look at the tweet, and then we'll take a look at the video of Tom Polo giving thanks to the gods. Let's go. So, Somto Okonkwo put up this one. He says, Nigerians don't condemn Tom Polo for a mere allegation. Let's give him fair hearing. We have subjected the video to forensic analysis because these days people can create such videos with AI technology. This is coming from the EFCC chairman, Olanipekun Olukoyede. So I'll show you a video of Tom Polo dancing and the spraying of money and all of that. Lots of background entertainment. I'd like for you to listen. Just take a listen to it. That's the video I told you about. I'm almost speechless. Yeah, I know Adeyemi Saka would have a lot to say, regarding this particular one. But let's take a listen to the EFCC chairman, and what he thinks about this particular video. Take a listen.
You Nigerians know that, and we said there is no one that is above the law. Nobody should go and condemn Tom Polo for the allegation. It's a mere allegation for now. So when it comes, we will look at it. We have subjected the video to forensic analysis because we have to do that. Because these days, too, people can impose, but we have subjected it. We have invited him. Not until we conclude the case. We cannot say Tom Polo is guilty or not. We must give every Nigerian fair hearing.
We must give every Nigerian fair hearing. That's what the EFCC chairman just said. I mean, it is said that you are not guilty until, in fact, you're innocent until proven guilty. Now, there is a reaction to this particular video online. Let's take a look at it. Abubakar Lukman says that take action. He's talking to the EFCC chairman. He says, take action. It is not AI. What do you see there to think it's AI? At least apprehend him and let him defend himself. Let it be Tom Polo himself that is saying it is AI. Adeyemi, what's your take on this particular matter? How do you see it?
I think at some point, I think they said, I'm trying to confirm it, that Tom Polo was invited, and Tom Polo said they should come to his domain to to interrogate him or do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find, to a certain, how true that is. But, at some point last week, that news was flying around.
Mm-hmm.
Please, you see, when some of us condemn EFCC, a lot of people think we are friends to corruption and of corrupt persons or people. I'll give you background instances. EFCC is probing and taking, because they're still in court with Obiano for spending security votes, which is never captured in any appropriation of any state. As much as you want to say it's an aberration, as long as it's not captured in it, so you cannot even establish fraud or what have you. You're making a case out of it. The former Minister of Power under former President Muhammadu Buhari's administration that was sacked for corruption and what have you was invited to EFCC's office, complained to EFCC interrogators that he was ill, and whether we like it or not, under duress, EFCC obtained a statement. I blame the Maman Saleh's lawyer for allowing such a charade to stand and not even contesting it. That brought about having a trial within trial in court. Because it's a breach of fundamental human rights.
Yeah.
And criminal justice administration and acts. You now go forward. The she man or she, Bobrisky.
What? Okay.
Was she given that benefit of the doubt? Same with Cubana chief priests. So when institutions of government start defending things, that it shows the incompetence and how compromised it is as an organization. But I believe and I expect every right-thinking person that has a case with the FCC now to start attacking the integrity of the agency. Crying out loud. Tom Polo never denied that thing. A lot of Tom Polo's media men has come out to say it's a bloody waste of time.
What is a bloody waste? No, what is a waste of time?
Inviting Tom Polo, trying to try him for that. Okay. And now, all of a sudden, EFCC is the one now leaping to the defense or jumping to the defense of Tom Polo. It is I felt the worst that could ever happen to us as a country was 8 years of Muhammadu Buhari, which I kept saying that the institution that APC or his government will not destroy does not exist. But I think it's a sustenance of such culture under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and it's a sad one.
Let me get you right. You are saying that former President Muhammadu Buhari performed dismally. You are now saying that same thing is what's happening. In other words, status quo remains. Is that what you're saying?
Rubbish, the sanctity of the importance of institutions and the relevance and ethics were seriously eroded and compromised under former President Muhammadu Buhari, and it's been sustained by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And an instance is this silliness we are seeing.
Those are very weighty statements you just made.
Yeah, I'm serious. How can EFCC, because there are cases I'm going to point out, how can EFCC go to the school of Yaya Bello's kids, publish their names and identity, and claim that yes, the tuition was paid out of proceeds of corruption or crime, while the case is in court and is still unresolved, yet to be resolved to establish if it's crime or not. By that, we infringed on the rights of those kids. So you look at EFCC over time has been stuck, for the days of Nuribadu, has just been stuck and obsessed with media trial. We hardly getting any conviction in the proper court of law. You come or you destroy people's reputation, you malign them publicly, and at the end of the day, the court set them free, because the court is not a bazaar. You have to prove your case beyond reasonable doubt.
Absolutely. That's why it's the court. Now, but as we wrap this up quickly, what are you saying? How do you see this matter ending? I mean, if you go online, there's a photo actually of, that EFCC, the bird that actually represents the EFCC. People are saying that Tom Polo just caught the bird and is in prison right now. Oh, okay, let's quickly take a call, Adeyemi. Yeah, and then we'll continue. Caller, you are welcome. Go ahead with your contribution. Can you hear me?
Yeah, look, can you hear me?
Absolutely. Welcome to Hashtag. How are you? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I guess I'm on the right track. I mean, I'm VOP, isn't it? That's VOP.
This is VOP TV.
Right. My name is, my name is Sonia. I'm calling from UK.
Oh, wow. Thank you for calling. How are you doing tonight?
Very well, thank you. I've been trying to get on this, and it's been so difficult. I mean, I didn't know what I'm on the topic about Peter B's not desperate, isn't it? I'm on the right track.
In a short while, we are going to be talking about Peter Obi. But right now, we are talking about the EFCC chairman who said that Tom Polo giving thanks to the gods and, spraying the naira, which is alleged, which is actually a crime in the country. He was saying it's probably an AI-generated video and that they're going to look into the matter. So Nigerians shouldn't crucify Tom Polo yet. So we are taking a look at that matter. That's what we're discussing right now. In about 3 minutes, we'll talk about Peter Obi. All right, I think he's gone. He's interested in talking about Peter Obi, which is what we are going to be discussing in a short while. But Adeyemi, you heard what I was saying before the caller came in, right? Are you there, Adeyemi? All right, so it looks like he's out. But in a short while, we'll come back and we'll talk about Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. Is there a coalition or is there no coalition? We'll take a short break. When we come back, the show continues.
Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV, now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
Welcome back. The show is Hashtag. I am Vivian, and I got with me Adeyemi Saka, who is a social commentator. Adeyemi, we got a caller from the UK who wanted to talk about Peter Obi. So in a short while, we're going to be talking about Peter Obi and Atiku. But first, let's wrap up this particular matter. The EFCC chairman. I was saying that online, this is on a lighthearted note now. Online, people are saying that Tom Polo has arrested the EFCC. That's like the tail wagging the dog and not the dog wagging the tail. Would you say, let's wrap this up. What are your final thoughts on this matter?
Pumping the gun and just trying to get itself busy. If you had asked me, when it comes to naira abuse, I think it's at the purview of the CBN and prosecuting through the Nigerian police. I didn't know how EFCC now brought this and made it a financial crime, and they're the one prosecuting naira abuse, which they've never conducted, they've never carried out, they've never sponsored any advocacy against such. Is the CBN. So you keep asking, where is this overlapping function or functions coming from?
That's a billion-dollar question, really.
So EFCC should just have been used to embarrassing itself, and the government, supporters of the government of the day that believes the FCC is the bidding of the government of the day. So I know, like Nigeria, 1 week, one drama.
1 week, one drama is true. Talking about drama, though, you do remember that just yesterday there was a meeting, right? And for the very first time, at least in public, though, I don't know about you, this is the first time I'm seeing a former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and his former running mate. Did they even make it to that level? No. Peter Obi. This is the first time you're seeing both of them together in public on a very, very cordial note. So Atiku Abubakar put up this video. Credit goes to him, Adeyemi. I'm going to show you the video. So you just take a look. It was really warm, you know, the atmosphere between the two. It was a huge crowd, really. Take a listen, and then we'll be right back. The National Political Consultative Group meeting in Abuja just yesterday. You know, Adeyemi, I don't understand what's going on. Are we going to see an Atiku and a Peter Obi and an El Rufai a coalition? Or is Peter Obi not going to be a part of any coalition? Which is it? People are almost confused. I mean, just recently he said that he wasn't leaving the Labour Party, he wasn't going to be a part of any coalition. And then just yesterday we saw him together with former Vice President Atiku Abubakar laughing, being warm towards each other. Which is it? Are you confused? What is it, really?
Let me sound very Nigerian. I'm not confused at all.
Okay.
And I'll say this to you. There was a time last week I had to do back-to-back posts on my Facebook page to attack, if I can use the word, obedient, and to puncture their delusion, you know, their imaginary or probably their unrealistic excitement about Peter Obi. And whether we like it, I told them, I said they're going to eat their vomit, and they're already planning to eat it because. And I asked the question: how does a Yoruba man supporting Peter Obi, supporting Bola Tinubu's presidency, an ethnic bigot, and an Igbo man supporting Peter Obi is a patriot? It doesn't sing. It's silly. You attack everybody. We are running a multi-party representative democracy. People are free to have their choices and express it. Peter Obi is not different from all these guys. He's not even a saint. So when you're trying to push, impress or imprint sainthood on him, you're offending the sensibility of some other persons. And you're trying to force everybody down with your mob actions and everything. I ignored them for a while. I had to tell them, for crying out loud, you guys are, and I'm not God.
All right, you're not God. So the thing is, I want to draw you back to this particular topic.
And that's what I'm coming to.
Yeah, hashtag.
It's gonna take God, only God, that can make Peter Obi the president of Nigeria or anything coming out of that coalition. Because one, the arrogance of the north, of the northern axis or the northern Nigeria, thinking it can stampede, dictate to us that you cannot. It's even getting high. The Emisaka, very, very irritated and disgusted that I would do everything within my power to campaign against that coalition. Because the first thing they did was they started on the wrong footing, making it look like a northern agenda. Is the bad governance affecting everybody? Yes. Across all regions. Is Bola Ahmed Tinubu's policies, does it favor our region than their region? No, now. what is Tinubu doing that Buhari did not do anything worse off? There's no justification for the sustenance of that bad approach to governance. But stop making it look as if you guys, it's only when you're out of power that you can start shouting good governance or demand for good governance.
Do I hear you silently pointing accusing fingers at the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar?
Even the former Vice President, I've met him. We've sat down, we've discussed at least once in my life. Every is somebody that still have his details. One we've met a couple of times. So when I say this is about, I sat down with Babangida Ali, former governor of Niger State, and we got talking. And I told him, I said, Your Excellency, sir, any opposition that doesn't have a Southerner leading it, it's dead on arrival. And he said, Saka, you're right. It has to be a Southerner, except God says otherwise. What brought about the mess in PDP? It's still the same greed and selfishness. How can we have 8 years of a Fulani man for a northerner, expect us to have at least 1 day of another northerner? It doesn't add up. Okay.
Of the PDP, which is actually the next hashtag we are going to be taking a look at in a short while. Yeah, it is hashtag Wike, and Wike is blaming the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, for all of the PDP's problem. He's saying that Seyi Makinde is the architect of the problem in the PDP. How is that? How did that even happen? Do you agree with Wike, basically? So I'm swiftly moving you from hashtag coalition to hashtag Wike, who is accusing Seyi Makinde of being the PDP's problem. What's your take, though?
Man, pushing his selfish agenda on a genuine cause and grounds. Wike is a politician. It's about personal interest first above every other thing. But he's been smart enough to push it as a genuine germane issue, bordering PDP. But the question I'm asking, I was on the platform I was on earlier. Coincidentally, the guest happens to be the convener of the major campaign group for Seyi Makinde mobilization and everything. And I asked you, I said, how does Seyi Makinde think he's going to be the president of 2027 against Bola Ahmed Tinubu? How?
No,
with
but
a PDP that is.
Can I come in here? You do remember that Seyi Makinde wasn't saying he was going to run for presidency. He was on a program and he was asked, what if people say you should come be the president of Nigeria? Do you think you can win? And then he just jovially said, I think I can do the job. Basically that was what happened. Yeah.
My sister, I will make a confession. People might even castigate. I was part of Houston SK asked for Abacha. Were we the one asking for Abacha? Answer. Were we the one asking for Abacha?
Well, my lips are sealed. So what are you saying?
Not?
No. What are you saying basically?
So he's saying, trying to sound politically smart that when people ask, who is going to ask Oshibaki to be the president of Nigeria in 2027? Who now? The person,
so,
and
are you saying Wike is right? Is Seyi Makinde the problem of the PDP? Which
now
looks
the
like
problem is in Seyi Makinde's party. Felt that was enough ground for him to now fly his candidacy or ambition in 2027. How delusional? It doesn't. Because the question I sat down.
Why is that delusional? He is.
I will tell you why. I was going to give you the instance.
Okay.
I will tell you why it's delusional. When there was the re-election for Jonathan 2015, of blessed memory, I sat down at a strategic meeting with former governor of Niger State, Engineer A.A. Kuri of blessed memory. And the way he talked and what he said gave me an insight into how an average Nigerian politician thinks. He said, Saka, we have experienced 5 years, Jonathan. Won't be killed. For sake of stability, anything. Enduring do not. If I can endure 4 years, I'm probably come back. Who tells you that the person that the northern politicians across board want to work with is Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he's just going to spend 4 years.
Yeah, but are you speaking for the
After 4
North?
years,
Are you speaking for the North? Really?
I'm speaking for an average politician across board that I've interacted with. I'm not talking about people that will start writing things that they don't know.
Okay.
I'm saying things based on practical interaction, experiences, and things that has happened.
All right. Look, so let's talking about what people are saying, though. Why don't we go online and find out how people are reacting to this particular
For
hashtag?
crying out loud, I want to ask you a question. They were online last year, 2023.
Who are they?
Did they win?
Who?
Everybody shouting, "We want a new Nigeria." Did they win? They did not.
Who are they? Who are they that you're talking about?
The articles, the articulators, the obedience, and everything.
Okay.
Who won the election at the end of the day?
Let's go online.
Because
let's go online and find out what people are saying regarding
don't
this
get on.
particular.
What they are saying online is not related. It's not realistic.
Yeah, but these
They
are
just getting
Nigerians.
themselves hopeful. You see, let's say something. I watched an interview, and somebody said it was a great disservice to Nigeria claiming that Peter Obi was rigged out of the election. Because I have to get specific. He said the country has 189,000 polling units. Labour Party did not have polling agents in. It did not have agents in 54,000 units. How are you going to win? You are running an election. You don't have any governor in the key states supporting you.
All right.
If you want to be the governor, if you want to be the president of Nigeria, and I will tell people, I'm not saying the Southeast as a region is consequential. South as a region is a party region. So whether you like it or not, they will vote for any party that is dominant in that region. But the truth of the matter is, if you want to be the president of Nigeria, you must have one of these two states from Northwest, which is what's it called? Kano or Kaduna. You must have at least 2 from 3 states in South. The 3 states of South that you should have 2 of is Rivers, Akwa Ibom, and Delta.
And do you know, actually, Adeyemi, that right now it looks like the APC has those states? The governor of Akwa Ibom, has actually said he's coming to the APC, and he's threatening his commissioners that if you don't come with me, resign. Does that even make sense? Is that democratic? Yeah, but before you go ahead, Adeyemi, I'd like for us to take a look at what people are saying online regarding this particular hashtag. Okay, let's go online and find out what people are saying regarding hashtag Wiki. So this is Ibadan Watch, and he says the crisis rocking the PDP further took a nosedive this weekend as Wiki pulled out of all reconciliation agreements previously reached within the PDP. He blamed Makinde for the problems rocking PDP, warning that non-adherence to agreements reached was the bane of the party. So somebody actually reacted to this particular post. This is Benga Giwa, and he says this is why people like to portray Gov Wiki as a villain when he decides to fight a position of agreement that was jointly reached by all. Why my governor at Seyi Makinde will decide to undermine his friend with whom together they went to the trenches at the 2023 general elections and emerged victorious beats my imagination. I sincerely hope this is just a small storm in a teacup. I implore my governor not to allow naysayers to laugh at them. All these people who are looking for ways to isolate Wiki neither mean well for you nor the party. So that is actually somebody from Oyo State who is advising his governor, Seyi Makinde, not to go head-to-head with Wiki. There is a myth, though, that you cannot fight Wiki and win. Just don't look too far away. Look at what happened to his protege, suspended governor of Rivers State, Sim Fubara. Now, Adeyemi, we are wrapping this up. What are your final thoughts, though, on this particular hashtag?
There's nobody that cannot be defeated or not beatable.
Yeah.
I was just saying that. So you need 2 states from North Central. You need either Kwara, Kogi, Plateau, or Benue. And look at the state who's controlling it. And in Southwest, you need Osho and Oyo. Please, so tell me how anybody that doesn't have governors of those states in his party and his structure will win any elections. What made APC win in 2015 was the 5 governors that pulled out of PDP.
All right.
So
the new PDP governors.
For me, and this coalition they are going into, are those other parties going to deregister themselves to adopt a new name?
That's a $1 billion question, though. And
And
it's
that was what brought about APC.
okay.
So the PDP was such a formidable force that you had to cause this communal effort, a congregation, a convocation of political parties across board, and to come together to come and to upstage PDP.
All right.
And that PDP has been, and the PDP has also, and what PDP has been messing up is they've been pampered kids. They,
Wow.
they, they got into power. They've never. Wow.
I
Okay. What
think
have they done?
Adeyemi, I think you are setting up for a part two. Really, that's what you just did. You're setting up for a part
No, but
two.
they've been pampered kids because they had Obasanjo to Yada to Jonathan. They didn't go into the political trenches to fight battles and win. How many of the governors are really funding their party?
That's a
Those
billion
are
dollar
government
question.
kids.
See, what you've just done is to open Pandora's box. I'm telling you, there's a part two coming up. But I've got to say thank you so much,
I'm always a phone
Adeyemi.
call away for you, Vivian.
Oh,
Just a
thank
phone
you.
call away.
That's music to my ears. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome.
Yes. So I have been with Adeyemi Saka, and we've been taking a look at the hashtags, courtesy call. We also took a look at the hashtag EFCC chairman, hashtag coalition, and hashtag wiki. And this is where we're going to call it wraps today and hashtag. I got to say thanks to everyone who contributed to making the show a success. But the bigger thanks goes to you for watching. And Ikechukwu, again, our thoughts are with you. Now, guys, until I come your way again, which is not just very far, really. Top of the hour, why don't you join me for News Hour? Until then, bye.